Salute, salute, salute. All my generals, on my lines, on my real men. Y'all already know what it is, man. Let's get into it. Lions and men. So, right now, it seems like I'm not the only one that's really trying to, like, keep it a stack when it comes to dealing with dudes that we feel that are rats or that we know are rats. Let me not say feel that we are rats, that we know are rats. And a lot of dudes coming at Jimmy Head, talking about Jim Jones from Dipset. So wac100 did that little interview with 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine trying to call Jimmy a rat. And I listened to the audio. wac100 responded. I guess Jimmy must have posted something coming at Wac. I ain't see that. I ain't watch it. I ain't see it. I'll check it out after this and maybe respond to that. But I ain't watched that. I watched the response from Wac. And wac100 was basically talking about how I'm not the one that called you a rat. 6ix9ine did, whatever the case may be. Now I watched that interview. I didn't watch the whole interview. It was just, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't keep on letting myself listen to somebody justify being a bitch and ratting. It's like, you a bitch and you ratted. Talking about Takahashi69. Like, there's no justifications for it. You can pull all the bass you want in your voice. You just make yourself look more corny. But anyway, let me get into the Jimmy shit, right? Jim Jones shit. So, I listened to that audio when it first came out. I just finished literally listening to it again 5 minutes ago. Not one time did Jim Jones mention his name. The only thing he said was like, yeah, shorty need to get volleyed. Now, the dude he was talking to, which was, I believe, Mel Matrix, what they call Mel Murder. Which is crazy, because I shot a nigga called Mel Murder in C-74. Obviously, it's not this dude. This nigga's from Harlem, the one I shot is from Brooklyn. But anyway, Mel Matrix, a.k.a. Mel Murder. He's like, yeah, he got to get super violated, super violated. Then the conversation shifts to Shotty, who's supposed to be the big homie for the Shotty has an opportunity to get on TMZ and speak on how this nigga 6ix9ine was never affiliated with the Bloods, never was a Blood. He was just basically a Bloods bell cow, money bag, period. Everybody knew that. There was somebody though, like, who didn't know that? Who didn't know that this nigga, the little nigga ain't? Who the fuck is he? So, now one time, did Jim Jones say his name? He said, yeah, the security need to take something. Once the security takes something, this is all indirect. These are not orders. He didn't give no orders. Or order is, he got to get violated, make sure he gets violated. That makes it more of an order. Make sure this dude handle it and you say shit specifically. Maybe Jimmy did put that hit out for 6ix9ine. Salute to Jimmy. 6ix9ine needed to get got. Unfortunately though, you know, dudes ain't take under consideration how much of a rat he was or how much of a bitch he was. Dudes ain't cover up their faces, they ain't cover their traces properly. Yo, listen, I'm speaking on the mindset of an outlaw when it comes to this shit, so don't get me misconstrued. I am not an outlaw, but I'm just speaking on the mind because I used to be. I know how it is, and when I know that mindset, everything that Jimmy says, or any, what would you not say? when you hearing all this fugazi shit, they hearing shit now about 6ix9ine moving funny style and doing this. So they're like, oh, world. I don't even know what 6ix9ine expected to happen, and I think he thinks that he's out in the clear because he's chilling, living his best life. You know, he's catching flights. He's in private parties. You know, 1,000 security guards doing his thing, trying to assassinate Jim Jones' character. Like, yo, listen, I'm not gonna lie. Dipset, they mad suspect. I ain't gonna lie. It's mad fugazi shit that was going on with these niggas. Those that I know personally that was there when certain shit went down and all that. And I'm talking about Rucker Park. I'm talking about studio shit. I'm talking about tunnel shit. I don't heard, but that's street shit. Know what I mean? Like, that's street shit. Like, I ain't never seen no black and white saying Jimmy told. I was surprised when I found out Jimmy and them niggas was trying to like claim blood. Like, who the fuck did Jim Jones shoot to become blood? I want to know how much work you put in, or you just money bag troll or money bag milk cow for the homies also. But because you got so much money, supposedly you a shot caller? The fuck? Maybe that's what it is, twins. But at the end of the day, though, fair is fair. Dudes are trying to call Jim Jones a rat, specifically because of the situation that occurred on the wiretap when he never mentioned Takashi's name not one time. So I'm a defender. He didn't mention Takahashi69 one time. He just said what needs to happen to him. Yeah, he need to get this, he need to get that, he needs to get... That does not mean I'm telling you to go do it. You feel me? The feds can't charge you for saying what needs to happen to somebody unless you're giving a direct order. And it would have been impossible for them to prove it was a direct order, just like I just shot it all down just now, and I'm not even fucking a lawyer. They wouldn't have been able to do shit. Because all he would have had to say is everything that I'm saying. I ain't never say his name. I'm talking about what ifs. What should happen. What could happen. You know, what I would like to happen. But he didn't even say that. He just said, your son didn't get violated. And then Mel was the ones like, yeah, he got to get super violated. And he always referred to, if with 6ix9ine, we talking, he said shorty. He never said, he just said shorty wild and shorty need to get, I mean, once shorty bodyguards get popped, and bodyguards going to be like, yo, he a liability. That is not him giving the order. That is him painting a picture of what if something happens, what the result will be possibly if he's correct in his analysis. That's all he said. Now, the dudes want to talk about the gun charge. The gun charge, I found out, did a little homework that happened in Atlanta, ATL. Salute to ATL. Ain't nothing much you can say about that if there's not no paperwork to either scrutinize or pin Jim Jones down to one story, or just to clear him because he didn't say nothing and maybe somebody in his camp took charge. That happens a lot of times. I wonder if y'all even realize that. Y'all know that happens, right? Dudes get booked for something. Be like, yo, listen, take that bullet, take that charge. I got you. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to take care of your family. So you come home. You only going to do like 1, 2, 3 years. That happens. That happens all the time. When you're dealing with dudes that got money like that and you securing it and you don't want to be looked at as a rat, dudes will jump on that. Like, you know what? Fuck it. I got to do 5. Dudes will do 5. I ain't going to sit here and act like everybody going to just jump on 20, 25, 30, 45, 50. Like, that's different. But when it comes to situations like that, a bullshit gun charge, it's easy for him to have somebody else take the weight for that because he's never by himself, bro. Ever. Dudes is always moving in groups. They're moving in packs, you feel me? So, I don't want to just be here bashing Jim Jones, saying here, yo, listen, Dipset got mad dirt on him that everybody knows this is public record. We need to bring all that shit, resurface it all back up. Like, dudes done got ran out of clubs. Dudes done got ran out of the fucking basketball parks. Dudes done got robbed. Like, shit done got real. It's been real. But for me to sit here and say that Jimmy's a rat, because the shit that he was saying on the wiretap, nah, that's a dog. I listened to the wiretap over and over again. Now, one time that he mentioned his name, everything was indirect and just what ifs. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this needs to happen to him. Yeah, something need to get violated. Shorty need to get violated. But just by him saying Shorty need to get violated, he's saying Shorty need to get violated. That doesn't mean he's saying, yo, you need to go violate him. Even though he's talking to his bro that's affiliated, at the end of the day, they the ones that's going to have to, like, figure out what to do. He's taking advice. That wasn't a hit. That was him getting advice from somebody. Yo, big homies or big homies, and those are the ones that hold the sets. Those are the ones that's the big homies, the big homies. Y'all telling me Jim Jones is a big homie? He probably got the most money, but he the big homie? It's impossible Jim Jones is the big homie. If he is, wow. Salute. That's some rare shit. To have a nigga in the rap industry, in the music industry, still affiliated, stay affiliated, but then be the big homie at the same time? No, bro. That's what's the name of that dude that got knocked in Brooklyn? He's not even the big homie. And they got him, I forgot his name. It'll come to me. But anyway, like, at the end of the day, dudes took it upon themselves, probably took heed to advice. That's not taking an order. Took heed from an advice from somebody that he respects, and then took it upon himself to do what he did. 9 times out of 10, that's why he got prosecuted and convicted, and Jimmy did it. It would have been mad easy for any lawyer to just debunk that he put a hit out on him. 6ix9ine trying to say he put a hit out on me. He put a hit out on me. He ain't in jail. He ain't in jail. He ain't in jail. He ain't in jail. It's sad, man. It's so sad when we got these fucking little troll babies running around here acting like they tough, talking loud, and they done ended people's lives. They portrayed themselves to be something that they not. And then when it all comes down to it, and it's time to, like, really, like, man up, you fold like a beach chair, and then your excuse is, oh, well, they did this to me, they did that to me. Like, you have no moral code, you have no ethics. Who could ever trust you? Takashi Rat 9. Who could ever trust Rat 9? He's a rat, probably still working for the feds. He's trying to, and then wac100. Wac, you technically, if your analysis was even true, Wac, you basically dry snitching on Jimmy too. Saying like, yo, it sounds like you was putting them on a hit to me. You put a hit. You ain't even get into the details the way out there. You ain't get into the stipulations and the sentences and the words that was said. You literally was just riding the wave of what Takashi bitch Rat 9 said. And you basically was like, I guess maybe he came at your head. I didn't see that video. I'm gonna check that video out. Like, I'm gonna see what he said. Because I don't know what he said about wac100 in that interview. I'm gonna check it out, bro. But at the end of the day, from what I seen from wac100's responses, you basically riding that wave. You was like, well, I ain't the one that said it, he said it. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't debunking. It seems like you agree. And it seems like you're trying to say that the internet agrees. Like, all these internet motherfuckers, everybody that's on the internet, including people like myself, you agree with them. But I'm not concurring with anything that Rat 9 said. Point blank, period. At the end of the day, I'm defending Jimmy ain't say shit that I would have not said, anybody else would have not said. If they was affiliated still with that part of their organization and they hearing one of their bros talk to them and they're like, yeah, that nigga gotta get violated, twin. That's not me giving a hit unless you giving me OG status. I'm the one that caused the shots. That's something different. That's something different. When Jimmy was in that conversation and Mel was talking about, yeah, I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna do this, and Jimmy was like, nah, let Shotty take care of that. That's Shotty's job. Shotty gotta do that. Shotty gotta do that. Shotty's the one that gotta handle all that. Shotty's the one that gotta let them know that that nigga was nothing more than just a money bag for the bros. That nigga ain't never been blood. That was what Jimmy said. So he was even trying to protect Mel, like, nah, let Shotty, because Shotty was the big homie, right? Like, dudes be getting things twisted. Yo, money makes you a big homie, my nigga. Wow. If money makes you a gangster, money makes you tough. Yo, dudes got shit twisted. Money does not make you a gangster. Money does not make you tough. Just because you sell more records doesn't mean you more G'd up. At all. At all. Point blank, period, twins. Let's keep it a buck. I wasn't even going to touch on this, but a lot of people have been sending me shit. And then I started doing a little research, and I'm seeing, I'm like, yo, those is really coming at Jimmy Hat. I could come at Jimmy Hat for other shit, like shit that happened in the streets and different things. When it comes to the ranting thing, like, you know, I fucking hate, despise rats. Fuck all rats. All rats must die. Yes, all rats must get everything that they deserve. The bottom of my motherfucking shoe stomped on, hit with a fucking brick. Rats get treated like the way rats get treated. But if I don't officially know you a rat and I don't really know like the in and outs of what happened, or I do know some of the in and outs of what happened and it doesn't add up, I'm not just gonna automatically label you now. A lot of shit suspect with Dipset, I ain't even gonna lie. But it's like little boy, like ranting is different level. Like testifying, taking a stand, testifying and pointing the finger, writing the complaint and making a description like Freaky Zeke did, that's different. Now, he ain't take the stand on that, I don't think, but he literally told. That's a rat. Freaky Zeke's a rat. 100% facts, no denying that. Is Jimmy a rat? Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think he ratted on, at least not with the 6ix9ine shit. That's not, like, well, like, so they got a wiretap on him, but they didn't lock him up. So what, he's giving people up? Who the fuck is he giving up? Or is he the real hip-hop police? I'm starting to hear these rumors circulate about some of these rappers is the real hip-hop police. That's going to be on the next one. Y'all already know what it is, Lions and Men. Stay up, stay true.